welcome German learners or potential German learners. Mark the date today. Today is the day that I, maybe with your help, will write language learning history. I want to teach a total beginner of German to level B1. Not in 1 month, not in 2 weeks, not in 3 days, but in a single day. Just to give you an idea of the madness of this project, normally people take 6 months off, 4.5 hours, real hours a day to reach that level. So how am I gonna cram 600 hours of lifetime into 24 hours? Well, that's very easy. Yeah, there are very specific requirements, so I cannot do this with everyone, but you have to start somewhere. And I have a 25-year-long history of learning how to learn faster. Now you have to understand the 6 months system, which you see in language schools, is a highly inefficient system. They usually teach you German using German. I will not do that. I will teach you in English, which is the language you are listening to right now and therefore fully understand. That is an absolute must nowadays if you want to work properly. Language schools do not do that for economic reasons, which is understandable. Yet we don't have to stick to traditions, and I also don't need to do this out of economical reasons. So you will understand all the instructions right away clearly. Now, besides using English as an instructional language, I've been interested in mnemonics, which are memory or learning techniques that can help people to learn highly abstract information in very short time. Just to give an idea, there is World Championships in mnemonics where people remember the order of a freshly mixed stack of cards in less than 30 seconds. So 54 cards they remember in 30 seconds. If they can do that, of course they had practice, you can remember a lot of vocabulary within those 24 hours with the right instruction. So you will use mnemonics, the right mnemonics, that makes sense. Then of course I cut the crap. There is really nothing redundant, there is no space for redundancy. Imagine this is a space mission or a Mars mission. You can only take a certain amount of weight with you in the rocket, and therefore I cut everything that is unnecessary. And that also helps us to reduce the amount of information to deal with, and we need less time to take it in. Then there will be technical help. You will not sleep, but you will also not feel tired, because I will provide you with a brain machine, with a mind machine. Mind machines have been around since the 60s, and I happen to own one, and I'm happy to send one to you. Mind machines are usually glasses that have some blinking lights with them that are synchronized with the sound you hear. And that sound makes you very relaxed. It actually puts you into an alpha state. And the alpha state has been scientifically proven to be the state in which you are capable to take in the most amount of information and to, of course, retain it. So the mind machine will take care of putting you in a very susceptible state and to relax you so that you will not feel tired, will not need any sleep, at least for these 24 hours. And we have a special program developed for German learning together with a friend of mine. So this is a wonderful experience. We have to see whether you're fine with the blinking lights. So if you have epileptic seizures, this is unfortunately not for you. But stay tuned, you might still be interested in the results, right? And to see whether I'm really a nutcase or whether this works. Then I've done a lot of research on substances that promise to enhance your learning. Ginkgo is among one of them, and there's certain other so-called nootropica. Nootropica are, let's say, brain doping materials, and of course they have to be legal, otherwise I couldn't do this. So there is two substances that combined enhance the capability of your brain to learn significantly. Yeah, you might have heard that people only use 10% of their brain, and you will see that is actually true, because when you are in this project you will feel your brain active at a level you cannot imagine. And don't worry, these substances are safe Yeah, they will not do any harm to your body. You might have a slight headache after the project because of the intensity of everything, but I think that's a price you should be willing to pay for writing history here. Then what else is there to do? Of course, you will eat only healthy food. Yeah, I will provide you with recipes that you prepare because your body needs to take in good energy. And just an example, you will not drink coffee or black tea, you will not have any sugar. All these are very bad for learning processes because they kick you for a short time, but a too short time for this project, and then you go down and deep down, and therefore you are actually harming your German learning or your learning capabilities. So you will have good food for one day, you'll be fine, you will drink sufficiently. This is part of the process, and you will see it makes a huge difference. Maybe you even want to stick to a sugar and coffee free diet afterwards because it makes you feel way more powerful. Another thing we will use, and that is hypnosis. I've been doing a lot of research in the last couple of years about how hypnosis can benefit learners. Yeah, let me show you one student of mine. I have hypnotized this student of mine, and since then she thinks she's a dog. Yeah, as you can see, hypnosis works, and and there is actually, sorry, there are operations where they cut people open that are just hypnotized. They are not under any medication. So hypnosis is a very, very powerful tool. So I will put you in a state of hypnosis. You will not lose control, don't worry, but it will make you even more susceptible. I will add hypnotic messages, so-called subliminal messages, into your audio of the brain machine. And subliminal means beyond the limit of perception. So you will not hear much. And I will actually test whether you are capable of perceiving these messages at the end of this video. So stay tuned. Subliminal messages do not work for everyone. But as I said, I will test that with you. It is a short test, 5 minutes, following my instructions. And we will see whether you are the one for this project or one of the ones. It only works in a very limited amount of people. So maybe it doesn't work for you, but don't worry, stay tuned. I also have a surprise for those, or a little gift for all those who have been patient and stuck with this video until the very end. So hypnosis and subliminal messages will ensure that you take in an amount of information that you have or still believe is impossible to digest. I've seen all these things work separately and also combined a couple of these in my former work, but I've never tried to put them all together. But I believe all this together will create a situation that enables us to reach level B1 within 24 hours. After those 24 hours, we will time this properly. You will sit in an exam at an external institution. It would be untrustworthy if I tested your German. So I will book an examiner for you at a neutral institution so that we have proper results. Yeah? This project is built on absolute honesty and purity, so therefore I require you to be very honest and pure. Now, who can apply? Please don't just write me an email. I will not read this, I will not respond, I will delete it right away, because there are special instructions. I need to see special words in the subject line of the email or the channel that I will show you should use. And the instructions will now be given to you in subliminal form. You will now hear 5 minutes of audio and just see this beautiful board. Yeah, what is it? Wardrobe. And in these 5 minutes, I want you to close your eyes, to focus on your breath and do nothing. If your thoughts arise and come, let them come, because your thoughts will actually reflect the message that is being sent to your brain. Yeah, you cannot consciously hear it, but your thoughts will pick it up and you will actually observe it. And The message contains instructions on what you need to write to me and where and how. So don't fast forward it. I've tested this method with several people, online anonymously, and 1 in 100 can hear it. Yeah, even if you already have had some German learning experience and therefore you are not eligible to apply, give it a try to see whether subliminal messages work for you. Yeah, that is also a nice test. After these 5 minutes, I will conclude this video with a little thank you note and with a little gift to all those who didn't hear the message. So now see that you find a calm place. You need a headset, yeah? You need earphones, because otherwise the subliminal messages get lost. And relax. It will sound a little bit like this, like yeah. This is a normal, it's so-called white noise or white noise-ish noise. That is the sign that there is a subliminal message in there. So that is how it should be. Now relax and have a wonderful 5 minutes, and I'm very, very curious who of you is going to be the one, and if there's a couple of you, which I actually expect, we will have a further selection process that I will describe tomorrow. Now, happy subliminal messaging to you. The 5 minutes are over. You can open your eyes and I hope you feel refreshed and relaxed. The message has been sent. If you haven't received any message, don't worry. You just belong to those 100% that cannot perceive subliminal messages. Well, if you have received a subliminal message, that would be quite outstanding because there was none in the last 5 minutes of this video. And remember that I said in the beginning, mark the date. Today is the 1st of April, and that means this was a quite elaborate April Fool's joke. So there is no subliminal message, there is no such project as German in one day. I did this also with a little message in mind, of course, and I will offer you a little gift for having been fooled, because if you made it until this, you really invested a lot of lifetime. I will give you a gift at the end of the video, a little, or actually quite significant discount for my online German courses, so that you can indeed learn more efficiently, but unfortunately not in one day. Yeah, so stay tuned with me. So why did I do this? I get many requests on in the spirit of I want to learn German fast. How fast can I learn German? I address these issues also in my course. And while it is possible to learn German fast, over the years I realized this is not what you actually want. Because imagine you sit in a very nice restaurant, 3-star Michelin restaurant, and you get a wonderful dish. You don't want to just gorge that down in 2 minutes. You know, that beautiful food. You want to experience it, you want to taste it, you want to feel it with your whole body. And that is also what you want to do with German learning. Because only then can your German be an integral part of yourself, can be the quality, provide the quality you're looking for, because you want to learn German to become a better version of yourself. You want to work with it, you want to interact with people, and in order to get constant interaction, you need to be a person interesting enough to interact with. If you learn quick German and it's broken and you mess it up, you will get short interactions, but it's dissatisfying. You want to establish connections that last for as long as they last, but ideally for a long time. You cannot build relationships on superficiality. You need to go deep. And a good and solid German learning process and course goes deep and allows you to go deep and gives you the time you need. Yes, you don't want to waste time on things that are unnecessary, and that's why I've created smarterGerman, a course that does not waste your time like many other courses out there. It will teach you and guide you properly through the initial learning process and even to the higher levels, but in a very efficient and above all enjoyable manner. So the 5-minute focusing exercise actually is something you might consider integrating into your daily life, because when you focus, you indeed create space for new information for the learning process. But there's so much more to say about how to learn properly. You can all learn and see and experience this firsthand in my online German course. And therefore, if you enter the coupon code April 2019 on the checkout page, you will get a 25% discount on my German course. This coupon code is only valid in April. After that, you have to pay the full price. Yeah, and this coupon code is only valid for the full price payment, not for the payment plans, because the payment plans are a gift in themselves. So I hope you take this with a smile, like a sports person, and you enjoyed this little joke, yeah, this little being fooled. I can promise you that was the last joke I play on you in regard of German learning. Maybe next year there will be another one. I wish you success however you want to learn your German. Enjoy it, that's the message. Because what you enjoy doesn't feel like work. Take good care, pass auf dich auf, and hope to see you soon.